Good morning. How are you? I don't hear anything, so let me know if you hear me. Certainly, we've had all kind of rain and everything going on. So today seems very quiet here. Our man yesterday for the internet came very late. Who knows? We can hear you. Oh, very good. So today is a day to get messages. And of course, I'm always running behind. So let's take a minute and we'll welcome Mother and Father deep into our hearts. And let's take a breath, allowing ourselves to experience that energy of consciousness and let it move out and around us. Very good. And let's ask that the heaven sends protective energy as we connect to Lord Gautama Buddha to send us his blue protective flame out around the energy of all of us so that we're all safe. And we say our mantra: I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. And we welcome all the angels and the ascended masters, and also all of those in the universe who are walking on their path, becoming a part of existence like us. And wonderful. And thank you, Jules, for enjoying my background. This room was to be about my journey, our journey, and all the various things that I've touched, and certainly not all of them. But so let's say good morning to Christina and Carol and Cavell and, of course, Jules, Christina, and Lauren Grillo for becoming a part of all our messages that we received today. It was very interesting. Again, yesterday on a Monday, not being here with you, and thinking of how we all feel about things we miss. Whether it can be a parent who's passed, or a family member, or a good friend. And are we awake enough to know of those beings that we miss from other lifetimes? We wonder about grief and what it is and all those type of things, but just think of really in the cellular experience of who we are. There's grief there for those who you and I, neither one can probably imagine or not. So very fascinating. Starting in about 2 weeks, I'm going to offer a session if you want to begin to know who you've been. And I think you'll all find that very fascinating. So I'll let you know with a notice up here or we talk about it. But I know myself how long I wondered, well, so who did I be? Who was I? What did I do? Where did I come from? So we're going to begin to be able to find out. And it's an interesting time in consciousness, because I know when I began my journey, you were not allowed to talk what you could feel about someone else. People had to find out for themselves. And I think that we've moved around such a curve that it's actually going to be a good component for people to know who you've been, where you've come from, and what is that part? Because it is all a part of you. If any of you have done any healing, you know things are held on very many levels of your consciousness. So that's going to be here, and myself and masters are going to do that. I've had some very powerful beings come to me, and realize now that there will be 7. And the purpose is for me to speak to the world their thoughts. So let's see, so far, and first was Metatron. And look, the brain goes, can't tell. So, there was Metatron, but there are going to be 6 others. I think I'm up to 4 right now of being aware. So that's going to be a powerful experience too. What are we missing? What is there that in wisdom that they've all begun to understand and evolve and walk in a different place in their heart from that we yet haven't touched? And just think, if you did know where you've come from and who you've been, what would change? Would love be different? Or awareness of the earth plane and everyone else you met? I think it would all change. But we're all going to find out in a few weeks. So that will be exciting. So we're going to call Mother in. And remember how our message today works here. Everyone, if they've asked for it, receives a message. And in the grouping that we have, all messages are all for each other. So if I'm speaking a message and that really begins to speak to you, then I want you to go ahead and let it speak to you to learn and grow something. It isn't that, let's say, Christina, her gift is going to be just for her. No, because there is a unity within all of us, always. And you would be surprised how times when I'm doing healing, every person I see for a week are all having the same issue. And it's unwinding, and it keeps becoming more and more and more. There are no mistakes. And that's why there is what we call a family energy in the world, because we are all one, as we all are a representative of that which God is. So, yes, good morning, Marby. And Lauren, I missed everybody yesterday too. Not that my day wasn't full. Tried something new. If you haven't done it, I suggest it. I really put my foot out on a new platform. And by the night, I was exhausted, but glad I had, because I did learn more about myself and the world, I would say. Because, again, I felt like where I was sitting last night was a place many people have felt for themselves. Okay, very good. So we shall get going here. How to Florida? Well, it was interesting. Last Friday, our electricity and my internet, everything went down. So I've had a quiet weekend. Not such a great thing for me, but we kept getting a notice, flooding everywhere till 8 p.m. So I talked to my husband where he was, and he goes, it's not raining here. Well, it wasn't raining here. So for 2 days, we got that kind of notice. And finally, we did see it on the news where he was working in Sarasota at a different space. the water was up and hardly cars could get around. They were pushing them all around. And we were never in it at a time when it came, but apparently there were places here that were very bad. So I don't know. We were okay, other than we had no internet. So guess there's more to worry about than just internet, other than it prevented us from seeing each other. So let's know that today is going to be profound. And I'm going to pull a card for us before I begin. And yeah, so I thought I wore my pretty pink shirt today for all the love. So the word is strength, and it's Archangel Ariel. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. And you know what I've learned over the years about judgment? We're the worst to ourselves. Very beautiful. I love the beautiful purples on that shield. Very nice. So let's take the word strength within us. And you know, I am so sure we all could always use more. It's a thing. You know, I can't say how many times I've been told how, oh, you seem so strong. Well, it wasn't always easy getting to that place. But I'm going to know today, everybody is strong, and yet there always can be more, right? Lauren says, listen to you gives me happiness. Well, not for it to be a pun or anything, but isn't when you were little, you always hear it's all about being happy? Right? And happiness, as much as I've worked to help people find it, is very different for each person. It's not something that's a porridge that you can have and everybody takes a dip and has their soup and eats it. And, wow, there may be one little morsel in that soup that is so unique that it'll be just for you. Or maybe Sammy's will be just for them. And Lulu's is going to be just for her. And that's what makes the world perfect. That's what makes loving so powerful, is we all have a uniqueness into how we love and when we love. All right? So, let me see. I need to go back up here. Oh, Christina, you're always here early. Yes, you may have a message. And as I begin to open to be receptive, I see beautiful snowflakes, and it makes me laugh because I don't know if you ever see snow where you live. Very fascinating, isn't it? But Mother says to me, think about happiness, and it can be in form or it can just be. And for you, snow brings it into a form. I think you would be very, very happy to go to a ski lodge or come visit America when we have snow, because that means that happiness lays everywhere around you. It comes down from the heavens to bless you. I used to like having the snow land on my tongue, and I guess I could say it made us all happy to lay down and to make snow angels. Something that's a great happiness. So, Christina, Mother's message to you is allow your mind to fly and to find and allow something unique to come to you that's going to make a new depth of happiness emerge from way deep inside you. And all of you, we all have that somewhere. What's going to be the thing in this moment or in the next moment that you can think of? Is it a kiss? Is it a kiss with your loved one? Is it a hug? Is it a look? Maybe just you in the mirror to yourself, like, okay, kid, we got this. It's wonderful. And let it giggle out. Let it just be. The world's not meant to be serious. The world is about loving and being all you can be. And we do that by loving ourselves and feeling safe and trusting ourselves. So, hey kid, Christina, you got this. All right? Many blessings. And good morning, Carol. So, Cavell. I guess that day that you got your golden horse, that comes to me immediately. So my wonder is, are you getting something very powerful from that gift? And I can feel a dry wind blowing through Mother's face and hair. And what we don't always get, and here we have, oh, here, Babaji right here, he speaks in the wind. And so sometimes when there's that comes by, someone's saying something to you, and maybe it's Babaji, could be someone else who's with you. And listen, let the quietness become like a vacuum. And like all the other things are there. And all you can do is just listen to the whistle. Listen to the sound of the wind. Grandmother, grandfather wind are powerful beings. I speak to them often. Many of you who have worked with me know the wind comes when I'm in chest and I raise my hands. Even here, the power of the wind moves through me. But now I'm wanting you to figure out, Cavell, if you can let it speak to you. Can you listen? We want to keep heightening our gifts, heightening our awareness of the world around us. I can tell you last night, though, I sleep near the sliding door that it was whistling. So everything's something. It's just no mistakes. So I'm listening to the wind, and what was it saying? What was the message that some part of the universe was wanting me to know? And you know what I heard? That it was a clearing. Let the wind blow all else away. That is anything that's preventing me from this happiness. And well, you can see what happened. I'm very happy today. But just think of that. Most people would not have heard that or not have become aware. So I woke up and I'm going through my process of clearing my field. And I realized, oh my gosh, I had forgotten what I felt like. I forgot the light that I held. I know that's maybe hard for you to remember, but it was very, very powerful. And it was a whistle of the wind that brought it to me. I know you have times, all of you, where the wind speaks to you. So there are no mistakes. There is a gift to all of it. But you have to be willing to touch that piece of you that knows it's for you. So Cavell, I'm getting here that the wind is ready to whisper to you. Yes, there's a part of being quiet and discernment. But in that strength we all do have for today. And I'm going to pull one more card to ask about the wind here. Allow the wind to help you focus. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with your vision, and you will become a leader. Interesting. Vision. Perhaps there is something you need to pull away and let go from some level of your third eye that could be just simple, and you haven't had the awareness to even know. So, as you get moved today, let's see what might happen. Many blessings to you, Cavell. So lovely to see you, Jules, today. Let me see. Do you want a message? Well, if you do, I don't see that you do, so I only give messages to people who ask for them. And so I'll keep watching and see, Jules. It's very lovely to have your energy join us. All right. So it's going to bring us right down to Lauren. And Lauren, again, I do not see. Let me move the sync here. Here's where it says you have a message and you must be. Okay, so let me go to Jules. Here's where she asked for one too. So I see a beautiful grocery cart, and I know that sounds really strange. We all do the humdum trip to the grocery, right? But this seems to have a unique essence to it. So maybe you're going to change your diet, or is suggesting you to. I see a lot of white, and white is not usually thought of a positive thing, like a white potato. You should have a sweet potato, right? But I want you to sit and contemplate. There is something that your body needs that is unique, and it'll be very satisfying. You know, many times our eating becomes a challenge within us of what just feels like it belongs inside of me. And I can see that going on here for you, Jules. You know, I see a flash of greenery, which we know, but it's saying, like, make sure it's a high quality green. No to broccoli, too gassy. Zucchini without the seeds. We don't want any seeds floating around in there. So I want you to have a moment where you close your eyes and you got your hands on the grocery cart. And what is there that you need to add new to your diet? Or something that's going to fulfill a piece of you and it's going to nurture it. So let the thought be nurturance as you let yourself see yourself with this cart and you move forward and make new choices. Some type of soup is going to be very, very good because it's going to eliminate a lot of food that's filling, but yet be food that's healthy. So, yes, I am. Today I'm giving a lot of empowerment to each of you because you can do it. You deserve it. And I see the grocery cart has a red handle. So put your hand on that red handle and see and walk down an aisle with it and see what you find yourself putting in for health reasons. Very good. So, Lauren, I see your question. What did I do? Well, it's something I wouldn't talk about here. It was my own adventure into something very unique and different for me. And I was excited about it. Kind of still have a little excitement about it. But I'm not sure what my choice is about it yet. But it's curious, the thing about everyone to learn is if you're thinking about something, why not just try it? What are you afraid of? It doesn't have to up and change your whole life. Although my day yesterday was totally different. But in the end result, I got the wind message to clear my field, and today I'm just so very happy and glad to see everybody. Okay, so let's see what Mother has to bring to you, Lauren. So I'm going to tell you what I saw and how I interpret it. I saw you in one of those cars where your feet run under it. Made me chuckle inside. But then the words came, a different mode of movement. So, however it flashes inside you, that means something to you. I believe about your path, it's different in how you allow it to blossom. You know, if you've seen some of my things, I believe we are the lotus. And at times we sit in the earth and we're in the mud and everything's bad, but then usually every morning the lotus comes and it opens up in the day of the sun. Many of us don't get to that point. Maybe we have a day that we do. So the movement and how you feel comfortable unveiling who you are is a fascinating thing, and I want you to begin to look for it and understand it and see if there's a different choice you might make about some part of it. Doesn't matter. Just allow the vision, the sound, the wind to come to you. You're awake, you're aware, let it speak to you. Many blessings. Okay, we're getting down here. My message for everyone is happiness. Well, there's one quick comment that comes to me, Lauren, and I say it often, people who know me. I'll just say to you, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest betrayer of all? Well, so you need to discover why people are drawn to these things, that they betray you because that's what you're putting out. I need to heal. Help me. Betray me. Let me understand and figure it out. So if you never take the time or want to even own that piece of you, it'll just keep coming. This is true for many things for all of you. Horrible betrayal. This could be a karmic thing deep inside you. Um, Time to get clacking and get working on that. And it's not someone else who's doing it, it's you. Remember, you heard it here. Okay. Thanks, Lauren. Barbara Ward. You see here. Now, here's a different vision I see when I close my eyes. I see you with what looks like skis on, but it carries people. And the wind's blowing and the snow's falling down, and you're just so happy to be able to serve. So here's your message. Mother would like you to feel that way about serving you. You're always that one that there's someone, something that's meant to be for someone else. And there's a great desire for you to tap in to serving you. What can you begin to love so much within you that there'll be such a release and a letting go that there'll be happiness? Thank you. All right. So, Mom, here's where you said, I want a message. Can I give you one more? Thank you. Okay, you're very welcome. So, Marby, how have you been, Miss Lady with a beautiful smile? I have to always say that to you, and I know I do because I was so impressed by your ability to have reached a place where you felt comfortable demonstrating that you were happy. And I do understand. Um, Things aren't always happy and wonderful for you, but my next question to you would be, well, then why not? Why would you dare to let or allow something to interfere with what you've already discovered? And maybe that's the participation that you're here on Earth to discover. If you have it all, then why think that you don't? Interesting for all of us, isn't it? Why do we still think there has to be more? Or it can't possibly be just that. So I want you to contemplate how you wear your smile and when you do. And ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Because I think what you've done is it's there, but you haven't experienced it or touched it or really felt the consciousness of it to really allow it to become you. You're afraid of it. Perhaps. I don't know. But see if you can let my words touch you and all of you. There's so many times like we feel that we don't really grasp it. What's like me last night with the wind? What was it trying to tell me? I want you to begin to learn what are things around you trying to tell you. It's masterful. It's having your consciousness grow to an awareness where you and it can speak to each other and you're growing. How wonderful is that? All right. Many blessings, Margie. Let's see. Oh, you had some kind of surgery, Jewel. Well, I'll have a few words to say. Where is the wonder of being over it so that you can be one again? Where all your little cells and your muscles can begin to be in harmony again like the little soldiers that could. Yes, we can allow happiness whenever we desire it. Certainly, I've been one that have had different downfalls, crushed my wrist, hurt my knees. But I never got better by being depressed about it. I had to see, thoughts are things. I had to see the thoughts that I was holding and how it was affecting me. I used to walk maybe 20 years ago. I get up every morning. I lived not far from the mall. Walked a mile or two every day, every step. I feel no pain. I feel no pain. I am alive. I feel no pain. And I had created by doing that every day for that period of time, that I didn't feel pain. And things started getting better. So I share with you because we have the greatest gift there is within us, our consciousness, our mind, and our throat. And the thoughts that we put into the world are what we have come back to us. It is as simple as that. So if you want to know how you're doing, look at how you feel about your world and you'll immediately know. Are you happy to be alive and to be well and to experience in this world? Sure you are. But you got to let yourself know it by loving you. Okay? So thank God surgery's over and there's only healing and completion ahead of you. All right, let's go here. Annick, you have a message today. Let's see. So I'm going to share with you what I see. I see like an old wagon from a wagon that would gone from the east to the west, covered wagon. And you're a little girl and you're sitting up on that front seat with your dad. And I can feel you're afraid, but your belief in your dad takes that fear away. Now, here's what the message is. You need to find that within yourself. To know that there's nothing to fear. It's that you have you. You have that gift that your dad had in that lifetime. To be so confident, so strong, that nothing could ever harm anything. And when you do, you'll feel different and you'll know what I'm talking about. So, many blessings to you, Annie. All right. You're going to be okay, Lauren. No matter how the journey flows, it's what we need to learn from. If it didn't, no one would ever learn anything. That's right. Very good, Jules. Let's see, Marby. And there's a blessing that comes through the door and does remind us we are the light. We are love. We are happiness. And how wonderful, Marby, that you got to experience it and could love yourself even more because there it was. Probably didn't have to do that much for it to come. And remember how wonderful that love multiplied felt. So here's Barbara. Thank you, Mother TheoSophia. I'm grateful for the message today. I do tend to serve others and really should learn to do more for myself. There is always room for more joy and happiness. And I'm going to tell you all what I just saw as I read her message. Not just Barbara, but all of you. I can see a group of very thin, almost skeleton people in the room. And what does that say about love or happiness or fulfillment? I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. We got to get our act together here. We are alive. We can see, we can feel. And really, this word of feeling is coming so strong today. Feel it, whether it's bad or good, because it's all going to take you to some release and understanding inside yourself. This is Classroom Earth 101, and you are here to grow and to learn. Well, it is, sorry. But don't let this opportunity pass you by. Okay, very good. Whew, I got the chills. Things are going to shift. Yes, Marby, you're always smiling. Yes, Anik. Very powerful. So, looks like I found the end today. Took a little bit, but wasn't worth it for sure. It was. I missed you all yesterday. So tomorrow, I hope you can try and make it, because I might be letting some of these new beings that are coming out to say hello. And I think you'll be surprised, as I was, who it is, and then what they had to say, and it gives you the chills down your spine. That was amazing, going to do something I haven't in a month, carrying this with me. Go for it, girlfriend. Be safe. Always be safe. It's never meant for you to not be safe. But if you can be happy, that's wonderful. Then you've achieved something, and bring it into every day. You want to see one more card? Laughter yoga, Barbara. Look at her once in a moment here. I have the chills. It's being touched by so much that Mother wanted to bring to you today. So, this is a little daunting, but apparently must need to be said. One more card. Be aware of the sadness. Take time to heal this sadness. You need to forgive yourself or someone. So, we worked on happiness the whole time, but maybe for some of you, there's a big wall of sadness that's preventing you from really getting to know it. So that was for you, Lauren, and whoever else it might touch. And Marby says me too. It doesn't mean that I have to understand that. From I hear the master saying, one more card. Oh, are you ready for it? I love it. Awakening. You know why they're upside down, right? It's look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill, but it is important to be yourself. How about that? What a way to end today. Look at things from a different perspective. I love it. So, I have my things to do today. You have your things to do today. And today we're going to do them from happiness and enjoy them. And we're going to get done even more so than ever before, because we're letting the happiness come out. We don't care what anyone thinks about it, because it's about you. Many blessings. Love to all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Love the wall too. Isn't it great? Okay.